Narrated Ammar, the Prophet stroked the earth with his hands, and then passed them over his face and the backs of his hands while demonstrating tayammum. It is reported that Atta did not approve of performing ablution with milk and nabid and said, "Tayammum is more my liking than performing ablution with milk and nabi." Narrated Abdur Rahman bin Abza, Ammar said to Ammar, "Rolled myself in the dust and came to the Prophet who said, 'Passing dusted hands over the face and the backs of the hands is sufficient for you.'" Narrated Abdur Rahman bin Abza, that while he was in the company of Ammar, Ammar said to Ammar, "We were in a detachment and became junub and I blew the dust off my hands, performed the rolling over the earth and prayed." Ammar bin Yasir narrated that the Prophet ordered him to perform tayammum by rubbing his face and to palms. It was narrated that Ammar bin Yasir said, "We did tayammum with the Messenger of Allah using dust, and we wiped our faces and our arms up to the sudars." Ammar bin Yasir said, "I asked the Prophet about tayammum. He commanded me to strike only one stroke, i.e., to strike the ground for wiping the face and the hands." It was narrated that Ammar bin Yasir said, "We did dry ablution with the Messenger of Allah, wiping our arms up to our shoulders." Narrated Abu Juhaym al-Ansari, the Prophet came from the direction of Bir Jamal. A man met him and greeted him, but he did not return back the greeting till he went to a mud wall and smeared his hands and his face with its dust, performed tayammum, and then returned back the greeting.
Narrated Said bin Abdur Rahman bin Abza, on the authority of his father who said, Ammar said so, the above statement. And Shuba stroked lightly the earth with his hands and brought them close to his mouth, blew off the dust, and passed them over his face and then the backs of his hands. Ammar said, ablution, meaning tayammum here, is sufficient for a Muslim if water is not available.